Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to Eitz Chaim, the Tree of Life. And this week's parsha, the weekly reading from the Torah, 5 books of Moses, is Lech Lecha, concerning Abraham's call. Abraham was the first monotheist. According to the Midrash, he arrived at the realization of God's oneness after a thorough intellectual inquiry. In considering the sun that rules during the day and the moon at night, he realized neither ruled completely. Hence, they must have a creator who created them. Through this reflection, he raised himself up above the idolatrous beliefs of his countrymen. His newfound belief could only be nurtured by removing himself from his environmental milieu so that he would not continue to be influenced by idolatry. So that when God called him to Lech Lecha, literally go forth to yourself, he was ready to go. Yet, not until he departed with Sarah, Lot, his nephew, and his entourage of souls, in other words, converts, that they had acquired, did Hashem appear to him in Shechem. The question is asked, why did Hashem first speak by Yomer to Abraham when he was first called, as mentioned in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, then appeared Vayera and spoke to Abraham in Shechem, as mentioned in Genesis chapter 12, verse 7. Why is there differentiation noted in these passages? A direct answer is not given, yet accompanying the vision, Abraham was granted greater insight into the nature of Hashem. For this reason, out of gratitude towards Hashem, Abraham built the Mizbeach, the altar there, as mentioned in the Zohar and Sheni Luchot Habaris. I would add that there is a progressive revelation given to Abraham, beginning with his intellectual realization. Next, he is called directly by Hashem. Then, after he takes that first step on the journey to the land that I will show you, Hashem appears to him. Abraham's initial call, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and thy father's house, Genesis 12:1, compelled him to separate from his familiar environs. He became known as an Ivri because he was from the other side of the Euphrates River. In terms of his belief, he was on one side of the moral sphere, and the world was on the other side. Incidentally, the transliteration of the word Ivri is Hebrew. Abraham was the first Hebrew, thus becoming the progenitor of the Hebrew people, who later became known as the Israelites. Yet the blessings given to Abraham would also include all the families of the earth being blessed through him, as mentioned in Genesis chapter 12, verse 2. Shabbat Shalom.